Okay guys, I wanted to make my second video on investing in numismatics and playing the silver market. Um, it actually goes into more than just playing the silver market. It's more of learning the different sellers in the area and learning how to capitalize on what different people are into and what people look for and stuff. And a lot of this stuff is going to be totally unique to the different people that you meet and that you come in contact with. He really wants to be fed more food, even though I fed him 3 times. He tends to do that. Anyways, so these coins are just here so you guys have something to look at while I do this video, and then I'm going to give the story behind them at the end of the video, but it does go with what I'm explaining here. Okay, so basically, in order to really learn the people in your area, that's what this video is going to cover, the different places and people in your area that you can utilize to stack silver, find gold, and to invest in numismatics. So basically what you need to do, or what I did, was I made a radius for myself, and I started out at about 30 to 45 minutes in every direction from my home is about what my rule of thumb was to start. And basically what you want to do is, while you're traveling to these different places and you're learning the different places, there's a bunch of different things you want to keep in mind. I'm going to cover everything. Basically, in your travels, what I suggest is you want to keep one good priced numismatic coin that has some good numismatic value, a couple ounces of bullion, maybe some scrap gold bullion as well, maybe some scrap gold and scrap silver. And what you're going to do with this stuff is you're going to be able to, if they buy these items, you're going to be able to test and see what they pay for the various items. So what you can do, what I like to do, is I would keep a book and I would actually take notes of the different places. Let's say I go one direction and I stop at a bank, I might note where the bank is, so that way I know on my different trips if I can include it on that run or not. And then let's say I go to an antique store, will write down everything. I will make a page about what the name of the antique store is, and then anything that I notice, like what kind of stuff they sell, what kind of stuff they buy, if it's worth going back to, if I made any leeway with the guy, if there's anything important to remember about the person, like their name or any important details. Because it does get taxing remembering all the different things. I think it really does help to keep notes. So you're basically going to go in a radius, kind of a different direction each time. See, my cat's just going nuts here, cleaning himself right next to me because he can't stand when I'm getting something done. He's just got to be in the middle of everything. But anyways, so the reason you're gonna do this is you're gonna have your radius, so you're going to learn all the different people in the radius. Different places to look out for, not only coin shops and precious metal buyers and sellers, there's also thrift stores, antique stores, banks. Any place that says, has a "we buy gold" sign is a place to check. I've definitely done a lot of good stuff through antique stores over the years, really good stuff with antique stores. So any kind of antique store, even if it doesn't seem like they sell coins or silver and stuff like that, chances are over the years they've taken some in, or they have people trying to sell it to them, or a lot of the times they do have it, and a lot of the times they're really willing to trade for other stuff. So it's really handy getting involved with the antique stores. Thrift stores are really nice, because if you ever find anything gold or silver, it's always going to be bottom dollar, and you're not going to find too much numismatics at thrift stores, but it's a good place to find scrap gold and silver. So the reason you want to take notes is it keeps people honest. And what I mean by that is it helps you to figure out what prices they're paying, if they actually are going by like a certain percentage over or under spot, or if they're just throwing random numbers at you every time you ask them what they're paying or buying something for. So it helps to figure out, so then by doing that, it helps you to figure out what methods they use to buy with. So if you can figure out what methods they're using to buy with, either if it's, a percentage over or under spot that they're paying, or what they're paying roughly, you can really develop kind of a sheet of what their habits are, and you can develop, what kind of stuff can you take to them and sell and make a profit. So you're going to be looking for anything that these different places are looking to pay extra for, looking to pay a premium for. Paying a premium just means above what its value is. You want to be finding out what they're selling undervalued. You're really going to develop your art of trading after you get more advanced in your education. First you want to get educated and be able to make the right purchases and to get the right deals, and then you're going to be able to use that to know how much value you're gaining to make a trade. Whenever you make a trade, you want to try to gain a little bit out of it, in my opinion. If you're always making trades and gaining a little bit out of it, you can never go wrong. You're always going to be making profit. Definitely another place to not overlook is banks. Sometimes you can go in banks, you can ask them, have you gotten any old currency or coins today? And they'll tell you yes or no, and you can get that stuff right at face value, which is really awesome. You never know. There's been times I've gotten rolls of Kennedys that were silver. They were after 64, but they're still 40% silver. You can get all kinds of stuff. One time I got a little box full of silver dollars. I couldn't believe it. But anyways, banks are a really good place not to look over. You're already out picking for stuff. Why not, spread your web and check everything. I come to find antique dealers are more willing to trade. I know an antique lady who's about an hour and a half from here that gives me top dollar for any antique vintage jewelry, and she'll even take antique stuff that is not gold and silver, just like pins and stuff that's made out of pewter. If they're antique, she gives me top dollar on them, and then I can use that to trade for coins, silver. Sometimes she has some gold stuff I trade for. She's a really nice lady. She's helped teach me a lot about that kind of stuff, to know what to look out for. So that's the other thing. As you deal with these people, you're going to learn stuff. They're going to educate you and teach you. Like if they, for instance, like jewelry, then you're going to in turn learn about jewelry if you do business trading jewelry with them. It's just going to come as part of the dealings. You're going to learn about it. So it's really awesome. And then I know another person who's always trading for straight razors, and he just has a straight razor collection, and whenever I get a straight razor, I take it to him. He gives me great deals for it. And that is actually how I got these coins right here. Was I traded for 5 straight razors. I had 2 saved up, and then a gentleman brought 3 into the store. They were real nice old ones, and they were local, which the guy likes local stuff. There's 9 large cents here, 3 2-cent pieces. That's what these are right here, the 3 2-cent pieces. So there's 9 large pennies, the 3 2-cent pieces, copper 3-cent piece, more of the large cents. And then there's 15 Indian cents. Some of them are the earlier ones. There's a commemorative Columbus token with a hole through it, so it's just silver in my opinion. And a Franklin half, and some more just silver. So really awesome. I traded them for just some straight razors. But anyways, that's another antique dealer I've been doing business with for a long time. And he told me he had a bag full of type coins to trade. And I told him it was perfect that I would trade him for that, and he was happy as well. Another thing, you want to do is you want to build rapport with these people. So you want to learn their names. And that's what taking notes really helps. You want to ask questions. You want to be friendly to them, but you don't want to grill them when you're trying to find out information. You don't want to act like you're trying to find out information. You just want to be a friendly person. Talk with them, interact with them. Find out about what kind of people they are, and how willing they are, how nice they are, and stuff. And you just want to build rapport, and it takes time. It takes a lot of time. You're not just going to be able to. Some places you can go right in, and as you do this, you're going to be able to get a feeling for people and what different people are like, and what different people, what's going to push different people's buttons and what they're not going to like. And you're going to be able to tell as you get closer to these people. You're going to be able to see your relationships grow. So as you build rapport with these different people in your little radius, all the different shops in the area, swap shops, pawn shops, gold dealers, gold buyers, thrift stores, banks, all these different places, antique stores, you can start to spread your radius and go farther and find more people and just keep building rapport, keep taking notes, keep remembering who's looking for what, who has what cheaper. There's been times where I've went to one place and they might be selling piece dollars for $15, and then another place might be buying piece dollars for $13. And right there, you can make an infinite amount of money depending on how much capital you have to invest. If however many you can buy, you're going to be able to make a $3 profit no matter what. So, and then what you can do is say, look, I want to buy 100 piece dollars. Because I'm buying 100 of them, will you knock another $1.50 off? So then instead of making $3, you're making $4.50. So if you buy 100 of them, you just made $450 just by knowing one person pays more than another person of something. And you can do this. You can, and then maybe the first time they'll give you $1.50 off, and then as you do it a couple times, they might even give you more off. They might say, wow, you're buying a lot, you're a good customer of mine, I'll give you $2.50 off. So now you're making $5.50 for every time you do it. So if you do it 100 times, you're making a $550 profit. So if you can just, you go to one person, you build a rapport, you find out what they're paying a premium for, you go to other people, you find out what they undersell, you find out what they're looking for, you can develop trades, you can find really cheap stuff. And then as you do this, you can keep expanding your radius farther and farther. People will talk about you. You'll tend to find that people start talking about you. Hey, I know this guy. He's really not knowledgeable. He knows about jewelry. He knows about gold. He knows about coins. And before you know it, people are going to be calling you. You're going to, you give these people a number they can call you at. You take their information. So then if you're out somewhere and let's say you come across a straight razor, and this is just my example, your people might be different. They might be looking for blue glass. They might be looking for silverware. They might be looking for a ton of different things. But let's say I'm at a flea market and I see a straight razor for $30. I can call them up and say, hey, it's this straight razor with these markings on it. How much do you value it at? And if he says I'll give you $50 store credit, you know that if you buy it for $30, you can get $50 store credit, and depending on what good of a trade you can get, it's well worth it. So the different people that you meet are going to have different needs and wants, but what you do is as you go through and you meet all these different people, you're going to end up building a relationship with them. As you build a relationship with them, you're going to get better and better deals. You're going to find, where their sweet spots are, what kind of stuff they're looking for, what they collect, what they love, what they don't really like. Some people don't like proof sets, so they sell them super cheap. Some people don't like type coins, so they sell them super cheap. Some people don't like Kennedy halves. It's weird. As you do this, you will find that different people have different preferences, and you can capitalize on these preferences and make tons of money. So, just to sum everything up, what I think you need to do is you need to make a radius. You want to take notes. You want to get everybody's contact information. You want to get their info. You want to get right with their contact information. You want to keep what they're looking for, what they overpay for, and what they undersell. And that way you're going to be able to use this book, and you're going to be able to call these people and make deals before even spending your money. You're going to be able to be at one coin shop, call up the other coin shop and say, hey, what are you paying for half eagles today? You'll be standing at the one coin shop, they'll be selling them for $200. The other coin shop will be paying $400. I know this is just an extreme example, but once you have the contact information of all the different people in your area, you can literally call one guy up while you're dealing with another guy, and you can set up deals where you're making money before you even spend your money. How awesome is that? And then maybe you drive out to that other guy and you do the same thing to somebody else, and then you can develop routes that you take where you go from a bank to an antique store to a pawn shop to out to a mall and back around. So you can utilize, once you get this radius going, you can make a one-way trip and hit different places the whole way. And before you know it, you'll be going an hour and a half away, and you'll be hitting everywhere within 100 miles, 200 miles of where you live. And you'll know everybody by name. Everybody will have great respect for you. They'll know you mean business. They'll know you know what you're talking about. They'll know that if you keep their name and you call them by name, they'll know that you respect them. And you're just it's no way but to make profit. If you get educated and you know what you're buying, you use your education to make smart purchases. And then if you know what the different people are paying, you know what profits you can make, you know what profits can be made, and you know what sure sales you can make. And then on top of that, you can do other stuff like selling to people like eBay and other customers. But what I'm going over in this video, I'm going to touch on eBay and selling right to people in later videos. But in this video, I'm just touching on how can you sell from one coin dealer to another. And by using this method and by developing a radius, by learning all the different people in your area, you can use this method to make a profit and/or enlarge your collection for way under what it's worth. I really hope this helps some people. I really hope this helps you guys make some awesome deals and get some really awesome stuff. Just try it. Just try getting a book and try starting to really learn all the different dealers and people in your area. If you learn all these different dealers and collectors, it's really going to help you. And then when you go to a coin show, you're gonna find out that you know everybody there because you've already learned everybody in the area. You're going to go to the coin show, and 10 of the people at the coin show you're already going to know. And it's really going to help you out. Once people know you, they're more willing to give you a better deal and all that. So anyways, that's it. This is part 2. I'm going to have many more parts to this series. I'm hoping to actually get some stuff on camera. I was hoping to actually get this deal on camera, but the guy wouldn't let me record. He thought it was really awesome that I was doing videos and whatnot, but he said that he didn't really want his face in the video and whatnot. So I respect that. I don't really want everybody to know I'm doing videos anyways, but I just thought it'd be really cool to get that transaction on footage. But unfortunately, he wasn't really willing to be recorded. But I do have the story for you at least. So there's some really cool stuff I got here for some straight razors. Alright guys, one more thing I wanted to add on the end of the video was that Macintosh, the guy, the coin dealer I keep referring to who mentored me, I actually learned that his wife liked blue glass. I made it a point that if I was ever at a yard sale or a flea market and there was ever any reasonably priced blue glass, I would pick it up for her and I would gift it to her. And I really liked them. It wasn't just that I gave her the blue glass to suck up to her to get better deals or something, but I really liked them, and it was a thing of respect. I knew she liked it, and I gave it to her, and in turn Macintosh would give me a good deal on something to kind of balance it out because he liked to do that. And it's not that I took advantage of that, it's just that I built up that respect and had that relationship where I would give them gifts and they would give me gifts. Sometimes he would give me gifts of knowledge, and he gave me tons of gifts of knowledge. So why not, if you're building this rapport and you're building up this relationship, remember to sometimes, do that extra thing to really show them that, you appreciate their relationship, and it can really go a long ways. Building relationships with these people will pay for years to come. These are the people you're going to be dealing with for years if you're going to do this right. So you want to build a great relationship with these people. Alright. One more quick detail, and the reason you want to start out with a smaller radius is you don't want to overwhelm yourself. You want to be able to develop good relationships with the people. You want to be able to have enough time to spend or to learn everybody. If you make your radius too big to start, you're going to end up having a harder time getting to know everybody. So that's why you need to start out, with a smaller radius and grow out. It'll give you time to develop relationships with people before moving your radius.